You don't have a voice. You don't have an opinion no more. You can't say shit. All right. So literally the nations are fed up. All right. It tells you in Revelation, what, 11 or 20, I forgot which one. It talks about how the nations were angry, man. Mm-hmm. You know? And that's literally what's going on in America as well. Let's read on.
Verse 25. The Lord Yahweh had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Yeah, the Lord has opened his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation, man, which are the missiles.
Yep, right.
We read that earlier in the article, man, about how Russia and China are winning the nuclear arms race, man.
Yep.
Because their weaponry is far more advanced than America's, man.
Yep.
All right, their weaponry can penetrate the defense shields of Babylon, man.
Yep.
So ultimately, what I'm saying is that when this World War III officially pops off, there's no stopping of the missiles, man.
Yep.
All right, we're in a time of an invasion, man. We were talking about that amongst the elder brothers, man. This video is going around circulating where you can see that there's surrounding enemy ships all around America, man. You know,
all the coastlines.
All the coastlines, man. They're literally waiting for the green light for this place to be striked. All right, so let's read on. You have something else?
Yeah, I was gonna say something real quick. The brother had a precept.
Come on.
And with Russia and China winning this nuclear arms race,
Yep.
they have more nuclear weapons.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So they got more of them things to drop than what Babylon got.
Thank you.
And that's great fear.
Yep.
And it's better.
Yep. If you can shoot one, I can shoot two.
There you go.
So that's a whole different. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So who win? Who really wins?
That's right.
Exactly.
It's no more that fear. You got it, bro.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his works. And I have created the wasters to destroy.
Yep. So that's the Lord. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai giving Esau, Teman, the wise men of Esau, all right, the modern day Chaldeans, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yep.
Giving them the knowledge to create this nuclear technology, to cut the atom, to split the atom, to create this nuclear energy that they're using in these missiles, man.
Right.
But this is all set up for them to create the weapons of the Lord's indignation, because they're going to be used.
That's right.
Right? So let's go back to that.
For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yeah. See, this is the work in the land of Chaldeans, which that applies to America. Go ahead.
Come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
Yep. It says, let nothing of her be left.
Mm-hmm.
All right? There's not going to be any memorials. This is where the Statue of Liberty was at. This is where Washington, D.C. was. Yeah, this is the Empire State Building was here. It ain't going to be none of that, man. He said, let nothing be left. All right? As you read Isaiah 13 and other scriptures dealing with the post-destruction of Babylon, this place is going to be a desert.
Yep.
All right?
Isaiah 24 said that this land's gonna be empty. Well, it says that throughout all the scriptures.
Yes.
It's gonna be desolate. The land gonna be empty.
Got
The
it.
brother reading about how the wasters are gonna come. It's gonna be completely destroyed.
That's right.
You see? So everything we see now, why we don't put our faith and hope in this place, it's not because, once again, it's not blind optimism. We just coming out here doing this because we got nothing to do.
This is what we
on
guessing.
Saturday. It's because prophecy and the spirit of the Lord is working. With the men of the Lord, start with the elders and apostles for great wisdom.
Come on, man.
That's just what it is. And all those that believe in the same doctrine.
Yeah,
that same doctrine that was taught going way back. And on top of that, all these things show forth we wouldn't put our faith into this because the Lord said this is going to be completely destroyed. So why would we want to try to heap up treasures here or try to find a way to store something over there just in case this happened?
Right.
And I got a bunch of gold coins in my safe to put in the. What is that gonna do when destruction is here?
I got a precept for you.
Got it, bro.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Boom, the missiles. Mm-hmm. Those ICBMs that the elder brother's talking about.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah. Hey, so if this is all going to be dissolved, completely destroyed, decimated, you see, it's going to be dust. It's going to be nothing. It's going to be a bunch of molten lava until it cools, and it's going to be this place gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
Right.
Forever. Nothing's going. No people are going to inhabit this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only gonna be certain types of animals is only gonna be found here.
Yeah.
So knowing that that's gonna happen, what kind of mind should you have?
Right.
Like for real, this ain't like this is for real, for real. The Lord's like, yo, think about this.
Right.
If this place gonna be destroyed completely, and this is where you live, this is your habitation, then that means you're gonna have to be rescued from this place.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if not, you're gonna be destroyed too.
Yeah.
So what mind should you have? A mind, a repentant mind?
Yep.
A mind that say, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and start listening to what's being said, because that's coming from God right there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's coming from God.
All the major and minor prophets saw these visions, man.
Yep.
Kind.
You know?
I got one more.
What you got?
Sirach 18:24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face.
Yep.
So it said, yeah, think upon the wrath at the end, man.
Yep.
So your main thought, just laying back and off stock alive,
Yeah.
is what is going to be the end result of what it is that you're doing, man. You know, how are you preparing for the end of the world, man? You know,
That's right.
so you gotta understand, you know, how to maneuver in that day, man. You know, which is getting yourself right now so that the Lord can deliver you, man.
That's
You
right.
know?
That's right.
Hey, Elder Yashua say it a lot. He talk about winning. And if you knew you was gonna win, how could you not go and do all the things that the Lord is telling you to do to win?
Yeah.
If you knew that, okay, ultimately, the Lord's setting us up to win.
Yeah.
Lord will be of the elect. The Lord, let me go further. Even the 2/3 that's going down inside is going to win, because they're going to come back and win.
Come on, man.
So what kind of spirit should you be in? Just hoping to be of that, showing the Lord your diligence, you know, that eagerness, that sincerity of truth.
That's right.
Worshiping Him. You should want to go hard. Be times, 10 times greater. Why? To try to be a part of the elect.
You want to be able to be in that skip line to where you can experience all the glory that's coming with the kingdom being built up. Having that glass of wine with your house shop, man.
right.
You know, seeing the kingdom getting built up from the ground up, being able to put chains on these damn Edomites and the rest of these nations, man.
right, right.
You want to experience that, not hear about it, man. You know?
Yeah, be the first fruits.
That's right.
First fruit, man.
Finish that out. We're gonna go through that the rest of that chapter.
Verse 27. Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter.
Yep.
Woe unto them, for that day is come, the time of their visitation.
Yeah, this is the time. This is the time, man. All right? That might be a lesson. You know, the time is now, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh our power, the vengeance of his temple.
Read that one more time, all right?
The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh our power, the vengeance of his temple.
Right, and this is what the prophets are declaring to the people, man. All right, that this is the vengeance, this destruction that the Lord is going to bring. This is the vengeance of the Lord's people, man. The Lord is going to avenge the Israelites, man. All right, dealing with the elect. All right, this is why we're seeing all hell break loose across the planet. Which the ultimate hell is going to be the destruction of Babylon, man. All right, keep reading up.
Verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, and ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about.
Camp against it round about, as we were just talking about. You got literal enemy ships surrounding America, man. And they said on some of those, what do you call those things? They got the boxes on it. What are they called again?
The cargo, not the cargo.
The cargo, but what's the name of those boxes that's on them?
Containers, those
The freights and all of that. It's a name for them, right?
those little Connex looking things.
Yeah, the red boxes or whatever.
I
yo.
forgot the name of it. I know what you're talking about.
But there was a video that came out that China has developed some shit where they got like missile rocket launchers that look like them things. And it's not a coincidence that they're all surrounded around Babylon, just chilling in the middle of the ocean, man. All right? So those, going back to what we just read, those are those archers that got the missiles on them, man. You know, go ahead.
Let none therefore escape. Recompense her accordingly to her works, accordingly to all that she have done, do unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel.
Right, so it says she had been proud, talking about America, Babylon. This place has been most proud against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that's why the Lord has pretty much through the Spirit of the Lord, he has this place surrounded, man. Which the people have no idea of this, man.
Yeah.
That's why when the Lord said, when the scripture said that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, it's going to come just like that. Because people have no idea that all it's going to take is a push of a button.
Yep.
All all it's gonna take is one rocket to get launched, or whatever the case is.
That's all. Yeah, once you see that one, everybody else gonna start pushing.
Come on, man.
You know?
Yep.
You
You
see
know?
that all the time in these different movies and shows, man. They need one, man. You know?
It's a term in the world called going for broke. When that first one goes, it's gonna be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I gotta shoot my shit too.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna get destroyed. Because everybody is allied with somebody.
Yep.
So if they hit that, if they hit your, when this country get hit, and that country gonna say, I gotta defend them because they defend, it's over.
You got
Right.
brother countries or whatever you call them, whatever.
Con, I got a quick precept.
Yep. I got one for you too.
Revelation 18:6. I start at 5. Matter of fact, I start at 4.
Oh, you had that?
Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." And this actually the elect that are going to hear the voice of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, it says, "Come out of her, my people, that you may be not partakers of her sins," because the elect are going to get beamed up out of here, man. That's how they're going to be. That's how they're going to escape Babylon, right? By the chariots. Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues.
Yep.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have remembered her iniquities, man. All right? Verse 6, my point. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she have filled to her double. So the Lord said, reward unto Babylon unto her double, man. So this place is going to receive double recompense, man. Really, that's overkill, man.
Yep.
All right? When the Lord is going to literally evaporate this damn land, man.
That's right.
You know? What you had,
Got something for you. Isaiah 47, I'm going to read from 9 down a little bit. And you stop whenever you want. Isaiah 47 and 9, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment.
Yep.
In one day.
And one day, man. That's all it's going to take. 1 day, 1 hour. Go ahead.
The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorcery.
Man, see, hey, this destruction that the Lord going to bring, it's going to be a perfect destruction. You know, it ain't going to be half-assed. It's going to be perfect. All right? Go ahead.
And for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in my heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Hey, there's a video that somebody put out. I don't know, one of the brothers shared it. It's called Everything is Fake. Heavy video, man. How pretty much Esau set up this system, this government, and everything is a goddamn psyop, man. Everything is set up by Esau, man. It is ran by the upper echelon of the governments, man, to control the minds of the people. They have these false flags, everything set up to get people to buy into whatever particular agenda that they're trying to push out. That shit is heavy, man. But this goes back to all this devil's witchcraft, man. Go ahead.
Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off.
Yeah, this destruction that the Lord gonna bring, you ain't gonna be able to put it off. You ain't gonna restore yourself from it. Go ahead.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yep.
Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so, be thou mayest prevail.
Right. So the Lord is making mockery of this devil. The Lord is basically saying, take your sorcery, your multitudes of witchcraft, and see if that's gonna save you from this ass whooping I'm about to bring on you.
That's right.
All right, because we're in the midst of all this nonsense now, dealing with the Crown 99 bullshit. All right, him setting up his medical science as God, the new idol. You know, trying to make everybody bow down to this image of the beast. So that we're in the multitude and we're in the midst of all of that sorcery and witchcraft right now, man. And he's playing on the minds of many of the people. You know.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
That's right.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right, and that's why these devils are scared, man, because they know the power of the angels. They got video of the chariots doing damage on the earth. You know? They just probably haven't declassified it, but they see this shit, man.
No, it's actually a video. I know I don't know if you have posted, but it's like a chariot shot like a laser beam or something to a volcano and made it erupt. You know, they blew up some some land. I don't know where it was at, but this video is what you just said though.
Yeah.
You gotta look for them.
So they know that the angels, in due time, they know that the angels that are riding in these chariots, they're going to bring destruction, man. You know? Go ahead. I'll go back to where you was at. Where was you at?
Shit, it was
Almost
actually
done,
a
13.
video of an angel, a chariot shooting a missile out of the sky, man.
I think that's the one I saw.
Yeah.
I think you posted that before. I think I
Yep,
saw that one.
yep.
I saw that one.
It
It was Iran or something.
what you call, what's the word? Basically it took down the warhead from the sky.
Yeah.
You
It was
know?
either Iran or somebody was shooting one. I can't remember
Yep.
which country it was.
Yep.
Isaiah 47 in verse 13. It says, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels.
Yep.
Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee."
Go. You know, your witchcraft, your witches and warlocks, your sorcerers. They're not gonna save you. They're not gonna have an answer for you, man. Because really, we're in a time where this devil's sorcery and witchcraft is wearing off. That's why people are beginning to see that this man is the damn devil, man.
Right.
That's why nobody believes him.
Right.
That's why he's just ready to roll with the program, because he's like, yo, this is it. They found out.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Go ahead.
The Wisdom of Solomon talks about what you were speaking about, which is it says the Witching of Naughtiness.
Yeah.
See that spell? There's that spell to whore off.
Yeah.
That's literally was a spell in the spirit that's been put over all the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big part of that spell
The veil
was-
being lifted.
Yeah, a big part of that spell was them lies that he was spreading
Yeah.
throughout the earth, man. Now that everybody's waking up to the truth, that witchcraft is starting to wear off, man.
God.
Yep. Verse 14. We got two more verses for this one. "Behold, they shall be as stubble; the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
Nope.
There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus," verse 15, "thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee."
Yeah. There's no saving. There's no saving this place. There's no saving these devils. And they know that this is the end. That's why all the rich billionaire trillionaires, they fled to New Zealand. How you say it?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. All right, and other parts of remote areas on the planet Earth that ain't gonna get touched. You know.
And you can Google it too. Speaking of New Zealand, they now there's a boom in New Zealand for land being bought and bunkers being put in those lands.
Exactly.
So they trying to go to New Zealand and buy bunkers.
Yeah.
I saw a video on it not too long ago, like 2 months ago.
Yep.
So that shows you that they like, well, I know America gonna be destroyed,
Yep.
but let me go somewhere else where I can survive.
They got it all mapped out. They got it all mapped out because the elites are going to be the first fruits of slavery.
That's right.
They're actually going to survive the destruction and be put in chains.
That's right.
As the scriptures tell you in Psalms.
Well, they know when this is being shot at.
Yeah, they got the map.
Yeah,
They got the map.
They know the small towns to go to. They know all that.
Yep.
Yep.
What you got, Oh, finish it out.
Verse 30. "Therefore shall a young man fall in the streets, and all men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord Yahweh."
All the men of war should be cut off in that day, man. They're going to be cut off by that great slaughter.
Yep.
Like it tells you Isaiah 34. That basically the bodies shall melt. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Isaiah 34. Somebody get that for me. Isaiah 34 and verse, I think it's like verse 5. Let me see. Isaiah 34 and verse 2 and 3.
Isaiah 34 and 2. "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations,
Yep.
and his fury upon all their armies."
All these world militaries are about to be destroyed in World War III. Go ahead.
It says, "And all that is therein, the world and all," it's like verse 2. "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all his armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
He have delivered them to the slaughter. Keep going.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood."
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, man.
Yep.
It said the stink shall come out of the carcasses. So it's going to be a high level body count, man. The Lord said he was going to allow those bodies to be food for the beasts of the field, man.
Yep.
For the fowls of heaven. Showing you how great of a slaughter this is going to be, man. You know? Go back to that. Yeah, finish that out.
Verse 31. "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts.
That's right.
For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Woo!
And the Most High shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up.
That's it. Keep going.
And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about.
I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour him all around about.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 33, thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yeah, because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics are you still in captivity in Babylon today. You niggas ain't free, man. You know, go ahead.
Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name.
Yeah, their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts is his name.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Then Yahweh Shah said, real quick, he ain't coming to meet them as a man.
That's right.
Yeah.
At the top of Isaiah 47.
Yeah.
Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, he said that Yahweh Shah with all power in heaven and earth. He coming strong. He waxing strong with the angels in heaven.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's gonna take Slakia. It's gonna take an angelic deliverance to get up out of here,
Yeah,
man.
that's right. Yep. Yep.
He shall thoroughly plead their cause, and that he may give rest to the land, and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Yeah, like I was saying, this deliverance is going to be supernatural, man.
Yep.
You know, it's going to have to take that, man.
Yep.
Because this man is literally dealing with the power on the left hand, man. But the right hand is going to conquer that. Go ahead.
A sword is upon the Chaldeans, said the Lord Yahweh,
Yep.
and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men.
And the sword is the missiles, man. All right, go ahead.
A sword is upon their liars, and they that dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
Yep.
A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
And you know what's so heavy about that? There's a feminine, or I should say feminized spirit in the midst of America, man.
Yep.
That's why the men, especially the men of Judah, dealing with you Israelites, man, you know, the man is set up to be a damn sodomite, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere you see on the TV or just walking around, all right, these men are in a woman like state, man.
That's by design.
Exactly. You know? Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are made upon their idols.
Right, and then a literal drought is coming, man. Famine, all right, the lack of water, all of that. Go ahead.
Verse 39. Therefore the wild beasts of the deserts with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the isles shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither it shall be dwelt in be dwelt in from generation to generation.
That's post-destruction. So after the missiles hit, and the Lord burns this place to dust, it's going to be inhabited by desert-like creatures, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah
Woo!
and their neighboring cities thereof,
Yep.
said the Lord Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein.
All right, so this place is going to go out like Sodom and Gomorrah did, man.
Right.
All right, fire and brimstone. So how can you say that's not the missiles, man?
Yeah.
All right? And also when the chariots come. Go ahead.
Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth.
Right. And we were speaking on that earlier too. You can go to Revelation, was it 16, about how the Lord is going to raise up the kings of the east.
Yep.
He's going to rile up the kings of the east to go to war with the west. All right, go ahead.
They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel, and will not show mercy.
They ain't going to show much. They're going to hold that bow and the lance. They're going to shoot them missiles. Go ahead.
Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array,
Yep.
like a man to battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of Babylon. You can read that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. That these missiles are likened unto the Lord's army, man. They're going to come in battle formation and hit this place, man. That nuclear technology, that missile-guided technology that's on the missiles, you know?
Try international postman, neighbor dick dope man. 718-202.
Them nuclear, that nuclear-guided technology that's on those missiles, that's going to allow those warheads to hit specific targets. All right? It goes into all of that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. Keep reading out.
The king of Babylon had heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble.
Yeah.
Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail.
The king of Babylon, which represents Esau, it said his hands wax feeble, meaning this man has become weak. You know, he's weak in eyes of all the other nations now, man. Like Apostle Hart said, you know, Babylon is the laughing stock of the world, the planet. All right? People see that now it's time to strike.
Right.
That's why you have the alignment of these nations and their ships on the coast of America. That's why you got nations like Russia and China with nuclear weapons already set up, aimed at America and the islands. North Korea.
Yep.
You know? So they already got designated spots that they're targeted to hit.
Yep.
You know?
Verse 44. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan
Yep.
unto the habitation of the strong.
Go ahead.
But I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? Or who will appoint me the time? And who is the shepherd that will stand before me?
Right. It's the Lord that's going to make the ultimate decision, all right, when this place is wiped out. Go ahead.
Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he had taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he had purpose against the land of Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And that's what's happening. Because we know that Babylon is synonymous with Esau, Edom, in Mount Seir, Assyria. All right? Esau is linked with all of that right now in this particular point in prophecy right now, man. But it said, read that again one more time.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, because America is allies with Israel, man.
Yep.
Israel is that least of the flock, man. Them Amalekites, man. And what has happened? They're going to draw America into World War III.
Yep.
Because what's the main initiative with the prime minister over there in Israel? That they want to stop Iran from creating nuclear weapons.
Yep.
But see, Iran is allies with Russia.
Yep.
So when you get in the affairs of Iran, that's going to cause Russia to come into play.
Right.
Because Iran supplies a lot of that uranium.
Thank you.
So you think that Russia gonna allow any other nation to stop them from getting more and more of the nuclear missiles?
Right. They're trying to take food out their mouth. man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they know what time it is.
Right.
Putin them ready to set it off.
They ready.
Because the angels is holding them back.
Thank you.
They ready to push the button on these
That's why I said the least of the flock shall draw them out. So America is going to Israel is going to draw America into World War III, which we're in the midst of it now, man.
You had tensions going on. What was that with Syria? Like about 2 years ago with the little false flag. How they said they was over there gassing the people.
Yeah.
And they was pretty much itching. Like, look, America, you step over here and put your nose in our business. Russia they said they're gonna come over there and pretty much start nuclear war.
Yeah. That's it.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Yep.
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Yeah, because also Israel is going to get destroyed too.
That's right.
Remember, the Lord has to cleanse that land too, because you had you still got heathen over there. It talks about that in Luke, the 21st chapter, that until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, going back to the fact until the Lord removes them heathen out of the land of Israel. Yep. So that place is going to get cleansed up too.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 46. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved.
At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved. Go ahead.
And the cry is heard among the nations.
Right, because you read about that in Revelation 18th chapter. Alas, Babylon has fallen, man. So that news is literally going to shake the earth. This place getting hit is going to shake the earth. Like it tells you that how the world is going to shake to and fro like a drunkard, man. Showing you the impact of those missiles hitting the earth, man. That's going to literally rearrange the planet. That's how we're going to have a new heaven and a new earth.
Yep.
New land masses.
New land masses.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Hey, that's it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
What you got out? Yeah, he's a bug out. What you got out?
Jake is funny. 2 Ezra 16 and 13.
Beautiful.
It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
That's right.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and they shall not miss.
They ain't gonna miss.
When they shall begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Yeah, the missile's gonna go from one end of the earth to the other. All right? Quickly, too. Go ahead.
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
That's right.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundations of the earth.
Man.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Verse 17, and it reads, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Yeah, that's heavy, man, because Ezra saw that, man. He saw those visions of Babylon being destroyed. And we're in the midst of those plagues right now, man. You know, until the ultimate plague comes, which is what? The nuclear destruction.
Yep.
You know, so as many woes, as the scriptures tell you also in that same chapter, that great sorrows are going to be on every side of the planet. You know, hell is going on everywhere right now, man. You know, what you had, Hop?
Speaking of plagues, brother was speaking about Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherein the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that are fought against Jerusalem.
Yeah, there you go.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet.
That's right.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth.
Right. So this is going to happen to all the nations that had a hand of bringing down Jerusalem, man. Their ass is going to get melted with that fire, man. This is the vengeance of the Lord's temple here, man. You know? So we in some heavy times, man.
Right.
You know? And that's why, as we always going to, we're going to continue to hasten the day of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You had any more? Let's see, you had something out?
Not to mention, Elder, but it's going to take 1 hour.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 17. For in 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors and of many that trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour.
Yeah, for 1 hour.
She made dust.
Yeah, 1 hour, man. See, these nations are going to weep because that's the end of them making money off this whore. You know? Because we know that America is exclusively import. Because America don't make shit. You know what I'm saying? So all that business is about to be cut off. All that international trade. That's why you got certain boats out there in the ocean that just in the middle of the sea, man. You know, they're not going nowhere. All the goods, they're just sitting out there in the middle of the sea, man. Because we're in a time where the Lord is literally cutting this place off economically. You know, so this is it. You have something out? Anybody else got anything? All right, well, look. Hey, we pray this lesson was edifying, man. We're going to close out the camp by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David. That's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Pop.